What's going on, YouTube? Alright, so today I'm out running some more errands. Yesterday I went and got my bike all registered with Italy. Now I've got my plates, my insurance, all that stuff. Good to go. But I don't have my microphone in yet for my GoPro, so I won't be able to do some moto vlogs from my bike yet. But I might still do some rides, just get some views of the local area, just put them up so people can see. I might just wait, I don't know. And then yeah, that's where I'm at with that. That stuff should be here soon. I'm actually gonna check my mailbox today to see if it came in. That'd be nice, be able to do a ride today and start actually doing some moto vlogs instead of having to do it from my car. Kind of the whole point of a moto vlog channel. Kind of like what a bunch of the bigger moto vloggers do. Like I've seen Do It With Dan has said it, and I'm pretty sure Walterific said it. 6'4" Honda. They all said, you know, even if you don't plan on doing a vlog or whatever, to always record, even if it's not for doing a video, just for like safety purposes of getting hit and things like that. And I think the day after I watched 6'4" say that in his channel, he was like, hey, you know, like, you should always record just in case of things that happen and everything. Like, you never know what you'll catch, you never know, you might get an accident, and it'll be like the thing that saves you from getting in trouble. Sure enough, the next day I was out driving around and there was an accident that happened and a whole bunch of things that I was like, man, if I had just been recording that day. I saw a couple of Ferraris and I was just like, man, and that's why they say you need to record every day, just because it's true. Like, it's the day that you don't record that you see shit happen. So I agree with them. Like, if you're gonna start recording, record at all times. Like I said, even if it's not for YouTube, if it's just for insurance purposes or whatever, it's good to record every day. I've got a dash cam in my car for that reason, of if somebody hits me or whatever. But on a bike, I mean, you don't have a dash cam set up, so it's good to record off of your helmet or off your bike, whatever. Just get some sort of view to show that it wasn't your fault. I also put my GoPro in a new spot, trying to catch a different angle to see if it's any better than the last video I took. I know the last one had a lot of glare from the gauges on the window, so I moved it to the left. There's a Porsche. See those a lot around here. But yeah, I moved my GoPro to the left to see if maybe that'll be a better camera view. I know it was kind of pointed down too. I tried to fix it so it's pointing up a little bit more. We'll see how it looks when I get back to the house. I got some more adhesives in too for my GoPro, so I might even try to just stick an adhesive on my dash somewhere. It might work out a little bit better than using the suction cup that's stuck to the window. I've also got 3 helmets at my house right now. One of them is one that I just bought from my cousin. He didn't need it anymore. He sold his street bike, so he sold it to me pretty cheap. I got my Icon with the angel that I've worn for a long time. I like that helmet, but I'm just ready for something new. And then I've got I believe it's an HJC. That the pads on the inside are pretty worn out. A buddy of mine I used to work with actually gave it to me for free when I bought one from him. He was like, oh yeah, here's this on, you can have it. I don't ever wear this one. That HJC, I think I'm gonna order some replacement pads for the inside, and then I'm gonna repaint it and do like what Do It With Dan originally did with his Mohawk helmet, and I'm just gonna sticker bomb the shit out of it. I think it'll just kind of be cool to have all those random stickers all over it. Kind of gives some free publicity to everybody. You know, people are gonna see the helmet, they're gonna read the stickers on it, and they're gonna be interested in what the hell everything is all over my helmet. So I think it's kind of cool to kind of showcase the people that I like to watch and kind of get everybody's names out there. I mean, I know a lot of these guys are going to be like bigger guys that already have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but it never hurts to have one more person out there helping put everybody's name out there. Like, there's no reason to not support each other. Everything I've seen from all the major motovloggers have all said the same thing. You know, it's an awesome community to be a part of, the motovlog community, and it goes from being just a community to a family. You know, everybody's seen the videos from the Texas meetup, and everybody talks about how much fun that was and how great it was to actually be able to meet up with the guys, and they kind of show how great they all are to be together and be able to ride together and everything. So I like that. I think that's something I would love to be able to do someday, is actually go and meet up with everybody somewhere when they have a big meet and just be able to ride with all of those guys. Oh, I just repaved all this. Nice. That was super rough there. I don't know the validity or the truth of this, but I've been told by a couple of people that I work with that due to the fact that we are not Italian citizens, that we actually do not have to pay tickets that they give us, whether it be a parking ticket or a speeding ticket, whatever it is. I've been told that by quite a few people. You know, I take everything with a grain of salt. You never know what's real, but that's what I've been told. And I mean, if that's true, that's kind of crazy. Like, that really, if everybody knew that, like all the Americans that were here, I don't think that would be good. Just because I think like everybody's gonna view that as a free pass to drive like maniacs, and oh well, if I get a ticket then it doesn't matter because I'm not a citizen, they can't make me pay it. I mean, understandably, I do sometimes drive like an asshole, especially with the car that I've recently purchased, the 350Z. I bought it because it's a fast sports car. I've wanted one for a long time, and when I moved over here to Italy, I had the opportunity to buy one. I really couldn't pass that up. I originally was looking for a Skyline R32, and I found some in Germany, but our translator for Italian, I approached them and said that I was interested in purchasing a car from Germany and bringing it over here. And they told me, yeah, it can be done, but it takes a long time. And so I said, well, scratch that. I need a car. Because when I moved over here, I didn't have any vehicles with me. So, because my bike was on the way of being shipped. So I said, well, I'll just find something here in Italy. So I found the 350Z, which, I mean, I love this car, but I wanted an R32. But I just found out the other day that one of my friends that I worked with bought a Subaru from Germany and had it here in a week and a half. And I was like, really? Like a week and a half? And they told me it would take a long time. That's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. And another Porsche. Bicyclists are a very prevalent thing on the streets here. So everywhere you go, you really have to watch for them. It doesn't matter, like, if you're out in the countryside, in a city, no matter what, they're there. You have to keep a constant watch out for them. I meant to get some video yesterday when I went and registered my bike, because you have to take the Autostrada, which is like the Autobahn in Germany. Except for they do have a speed limit, but it's just really high. But nobody really follows it, and the police don't really enforce it. I've seen a guy, like the max speed limit on the Autostrada is 130 kilometers, and I saw a guy he had to be doing about 180 kilometers, and a cop got all the way over from the right lane, and it's like a 3 or 4 lane highway, got all the way over behind him, followed him for about 5 minutes, and then got back over and exited the highway. That was it. Didn't pull him over or anything, just followed him for a little bit, then let him go. But I was gonna get a video because that's like one of the times that you can go the fastest. We ended up doing about 115 miles per hour. Well, no mail today, which is unfortunate, meaning no microphone, no way to start actually doing moto vlogs from my bike yet. Mail doesn't come on Fridays to us, so won't be able to get it until next week at least. I've got a couple of companies I need to email and find out status of orders anyway. So today I'll probably just do some more prep work for things like repainting that helmet, and I just got the remote in for my GoPro, so I'm gonna sync those together. A couple little projects that I'm gonna do for getting ready to ride. I'm gonna bleed the front brakes on my bike. Like that might actually solve all my issues that I've been having with it. I rode it yesterday. I had to put plates on it, and the front brakes seemed really soft, so I think that's the issue, is I've probably got air in the brake lines. So that's my goal, bleed those, and hopefully that'll fix it. If not, we have already ordered another new master cylinder for the front brakes, so whatever. Little Dicky, this dude's funny. Eventually, I plan on going back to school and getting some more schooling for automotive, and possibly opening up my own shop one day. Do custom cars, like just people bring stuff in the shop, they want something done. Do that, and then have bikes. I'd like to have a dyno, be able to dyno cars after we've worked on them. I don't want to have a shop where it's like, oh yeah, sure, we'll throw all these parts on here, and then you got to take it somewhere else to have it tuned and dynoed and everything. I want to be able to do a one-stop shop where, like, they bring the car in, they put a turbo on, we can map the whole car for them, and then we dyno it, tune it, all that stuff, and one-stop shop. That way you're not having to travel, because I've seen a lot of videos where guys take it to a shop, they get the turbo put on, then they have to baby it to another shop because they don't want to damage the motor, so that they can get it there to have it tuned. And it's like, well, that's kind of a pain in the ass to, you know, have a shop that'll install it, but they can't also tune it for you. So you're limping along trying to get it to the shop to tune it. I'd rather have a shop where they can just bring it in and say, here you go. Soda much anymore, but it sounded really good, so broke down and I bought one. And it wasn't like a life-altering moment that I decided to stop drinking sodas and things. It was just kind of, one day I ran out. Because I usually had Coke at my house. I grew up drinking Coke and Coca-Cola, not like how some people say Coke as a general reference to sodas. But I ran out one day, and I also used to drink energy drinks, and I didn't have any of those. All I had was water and some juice, and I was basically just being cheap and just decided not to buy anymore. And it kind of worked, because I just started drinking water and some juices and things, and I was like, oh, I don't really need sodas. So I kind of cut them out, and then I actually hadn't drank them in about 3 months before I had one. actually had an energy drink just because I had to drive an hour one way and an hour back. And it was like, well, and I'd been up working a 12-hour shift already. So I left pretty much right from work to go drive up this 1 hour drive. Oh man, this dude's gonna crash. Eyes on the road, buddy. I don't know what you're digging for. But yeah, with that drive, I had to get some energy drinks. There was just no way I was gonna make that drive without having some sort of caffeine. And I didn't feel like getting coffee, because their coffee here, like, they don't have like pour yourself a cup of coffee and you can sip on it, whatever. They have little shots of espresso, and you drink that and you're good for 4 days pretty much. It's super strong when you first get here. Granted, once you've been here for a little bit, you drink it a lot just because it's kind of like a pastime thing. Hey, let's go get a coffee from the cafe. So then you get really used to the coffee here. So coffee back stateside's gonna be kind of weak compared to the stuff here, but when you first get here, it's just super potent. I mean, I would get one cappuccino from the cafe, and I could just, by the time I finished the cappuccino, I could feel my heart racing. So it's pretty powerful stuff. I do have to say, Italy is a beautiful country to live in. I mean, just looking around, driving around, it reminds me a lot of home. I'm from Michigan, and of course everybody hears Michigan, they automatically go to, oh, are you from Detroit? No, not from Detroit. I've been there. I don't particularly hang out there, but no, I'm from the country of Michigan, which, again, a lot of people say, really, Michigan has countryside? Yeah, a lot of Michigan is actually farmers and farmland, things like that, so people usually get surprised by that. They always assume, oh, you're from Detroit or Ann Arbor. If they know anything about Michigan, they know Ann Arbor is one of the second biggest cities. That usually is correlated with sports. Usually you got the guys, oh, U of M, Michigan football, basketball, all that stuff. Yeah, sure, if that's what you're into. I wasn't much into watching sports like that. I played them back in school, but not my cup of tea to watch them or go to events. I was always more about, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, guns. Anything with a motor really was more my style. I like Formula One. When I was 20 years old, my parents actually won some tickets to go to a Formula One race, and I think there was like 3 or 4 tickets. And so they were like, all right, well, cool, like we'll all go, because they knew that like I liked anything with motors pretty much, other than NASCAR. Not a fan of NASCAR for the simple fact of that I lived 5 minutes away from the Michigan International Speedway, which obviously is NASCAR track, and the traffic from that was hell. But anyway, so yeah, I don't like NASCAR, but so I'm into Formula One, and they got these tickets, and they're like, hey, let's go to this Formula One race. And I was like, well, hell yeah, let's go. And then they found out that because I wasn't 21, because the tickets were like VIP type stuff, where all the alcohol was free, they had food that was free, like it was really like a backstage type pass of invite to this Formula One race. And they're like, oh, well, nobody can be under 21. And like, well, it's our son, we're gonna monitor him. And they're like, no, it's just a rule, we can't have anybody that's under 21 there. So we were like, well, damn, we ended up giving the tickets to some other people. But yeah, I would have loved to go to a Formula One race. Gotta change the tie rods on this thing. I keep hearing it knock, and it's driving me nuts. I don't like rattles and knocks and things like that to come from my car. I like my car to be smooth. email a company about my exhaust for this car. I've been waiting for it for 3 weeks now. So I'm ready to have that so I can put it in. Alright guys, well, there you go. I got the plate on there. I've just got it rigged up for now until I get my fender eliminator kit sent from back in the States. And then yeah, I've got my brakes are just kind of ghetto rigged with some rubber bands just to keep it from sitting back. I really think that if I bleed the brakes, that might solve all my issues with that. So that's where I'm sitting right now. Like I said, I'm going to try to bleed the brakes today. Probably going to have to go to the store and get some hosing so that I can bleed these without getting fluid all over the bike. I don't want to get corrosive fluids on my paint. So that's it. I'm going to go and check the view of this camera to see how it looked in my car, and hopefully have another video up for you guys today or tomorrow.